back with some lessons in playing Taropatch tuning slack key. Those were just a couple of Hawaiian Vamps or turnarounds out of the Taropatch tuning, which once again is a G tuning from high. My notes are D, B, G, D, G, and down to a low D. This particular set of exercises I've got on my website. It's called Link Turnarounds Example 1. So there you go. Not not too hard to figure out. So download them and then play along with me, and I'll show you how to do each one separately, and then we'll put them together. All right, let's get started. The turnaround is kind of a essential part of playing slack key. So the first one I'd like to show people is this one. Okay, couple things that are going on. First of all, it's going from a D7 chord to a G chord. And if you don't remember how to do that, I'll show you right now. Hold nothing on the first string, first fret on the second string, second fret on the third string. That's a D7 chord. Use your pinky on the fourth fret of the first string and you get a full chord that makes you want to go here to the fifth string, first fret of the first string. That was a turnaround I showed you a little earlier. This one's a little more complex because, for one thing, it's got an alternating bass going. D, and then the G. Okay, so you got to put all that together. You got to put that together with this. Do that again. This is just the very, on that example, this is just the first two measures we're looking at. And you'll see, if you look at the tab, or if you just use your ears, that most of those notes, melody notes, are on offbeats. Here's a bass note, then an off note, then another bass note. Oops. Next note is going to be the open second string. Okay, so 1 and 2 and. Now it gets hard, if that's not hard already, because you're going to hammer on from the open string. In other words, put your finger down without sounding a note, without picking it, from the open string to the first fret. At the same time, your thumb's going to play a bass note. It's hard to do. It's harder to do slow, but that's what you got to do for a while. So I'm coming down with the hammer at approximately the same time my thumb's coming down and hitting that note. I'm actually, when I demonstrate it, I'm actually coming down just a hair early. That's just the way it is. So far we got this. 1 and 2, wait, 1 and 2 and 3. That's what we got so far. So beat 4, the end of 3 rather, is another open string. Okay. Almost getting there. Then you got a pitch, finally. Fourth fret with the fourth string and the first string on the fourth fret. You slide into the fifth fret ahead of the beat, and then your thumb comes down and you have 4 counts of that. So here's the whole turnaround, just real slow. Okay. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159 160 So I would practice that for a long time before you tackle anything else. And in a second, I'll show you the second of these link turnarounds. Well, after you've got, as I say, that first of those turnarounds, which is just absolutely an essential turnaround. After you got that under your belt, you might want to look at one of those next ones. And it uses those double stops. And if you remember, or if you haven't looked at the earlier lessons where I was showing you double stops, they're like this. Double stops where you play notes on your first string, in this case, your first string and a harmony note on your third string. The string in the middle, the second string, nothing happens with it for a while. And you've got, again, harmonizing that scale. And you can keep going, but we'll come back. Okay. Now again, since this is a turnaround or a Hawaiian vamp, if you want, it's going to move between the D7 chord and the G chord. So your bass is going to be just exactly what it was in that first example. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's going to have a different sound because you're moving. You're now using double stop your double stop positions to get the notes, and it sounds like this. People find this pretty difficult. It's not, but so's the other vamp. I mean, yeah, just got to do it. So it starts, what you're moving is you're moving from this position where I'm holding 7th fret here on the third string and 9th fret here. And all I'm doing basically is I'm moving from this position to this position, back to this position, back to this position, back to this position, back home. But there's stuff going on. And again, a lot of those notes are on the offbeat. So what happened? I hit a bass note, I picked the third string, and then I immediately slid. And the slide corresponds with my note, with my next bass note. See? And then I've got another offbeat note. And this is on the 10th fret up here. And then I immediately come back to that position. That's a note on the beat. And another slide down off the beat. So a lot of sliding going on. And finally, I'm on the whole, that home position, the 4 and 5. And you can play that, it's just a pinch. But I'm kind of playing it as a very quick thing. So here's that whole lick again. And again. And again. Okay. And after you've got that for a while, practice that by itself for a while, and then put it together with the first one, and you get this. that's a lot to go on. So I'll leave you with that, and I'll do another little short one of the next two of two more turnarounds. But if you just get that link turnaround example number 1, that's that. And till next time.